love and light to you all here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Ooh, I'm hearing take it back now, y'all. 1, 2, 3, whatever that means. For you in particular, I am getting those specifically for you Pisces that there is, I'm hearing a return. I'm hearing from the past, big time. I'm hearing this is when. I'm hearing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm hearing sticks his little red nose out. I'm hearing from the bushes and says, hello. I'm hearing whoop, hello. I'm hearing specifically 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, and I'm hearing for a number of you, I'm hearing this is not really welcome. I'm just going to kind of say it like that. I'm hearing for a number of you, you perhaps have been really working on a period of cleansing, of clearing, of clarifying your values. Ace of Swords in reverse, I'm hearing the Hermit. What do we mean by values? I mean values that we hold. I'm hearing but in practice and in theory both. I'm hearing 6 of Cups and the 2 of Wands speaking on behalf of. I'm hearing your community as well. For a number of you, I'm hearing specifically there was someone who you might have been involved in. I'm hearing involved in. I'm hearing with in the past, who just didn't. I'm hearing didn't discuss things in the manner that perhaps you expected them to, and it might have been kind of like a no-show kind of also situation where you might have been dealing with someone and they were talking up a big storm, I love you, you're my dream girl. I'm hearing specifically, and then they don't. I'm hearing they don't meet you in the dressing room to play the part out. I don't know what that's alluding to, but I'm also seeing someone kind of being Pisces, you're amazing, Pisces, you're everything. I'm hearing you're everything and more. And I'm seeing you kind of looking at, I'm hearing the title. I'm hearing I'm hearing pinned onto their shirt. I'm hearing that discerns them as a sales personnel. I'm hearing specifically and I'm seeing you kind of being what's your quote? What do you want? I'm hearing specifically. Now to say it in the way Pisces, you might be a little suspicious. Yeah, the Chariot is in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles upright, every penny in and every penny out, I am going to be. I'm hearing at the aftermarket show for it to really kind of, and to say it in the way that you're following where your money's going, I'm hearing as well. If you're investing in a certain space, I'm hearing if you've been kind of you do you, I'm hearing Richard, I'm hearing Freddie, I'm hearing if you need a Big Mac, there's the card. Just slide it and you're all covered. No, I'm hearing specifically, we're not working like that anymore. I'm hearing if we have also been investing in a space where we feel there hasn't really been mutual reciprocity, I'm hearing sorry guys, it's time to get, I'm hearing the shoelace is tied up now. All right, 4 of Pentacles upright, I'm hearing 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Now, yeah, it's not been an easy point of reaching, let's say, this clarity that you now have of, let's say, what, and not to say that you weren't clear on it before, but in the way of Pisces being you know what, I'm hearing now it's time to act. I'm hearing now it's time to act on what it is that I've been also feeling. I'm hearing driven, called also to call out in a public way as well for a number of you. And yeah, I'm hearing you're a little pissed. I'm hearing, but you don't really have remorse here. I'm hearing specifically Pisces, for a number of you, I'm hearing you're fired up. You're actually, for a number of you, perhaps even physically, getting ready even to move into a space that's highly competitive. And if you are, it could also be in a certain way legal for a number of you. I'm hearing this is not a fairy tale. Okay, I'm hearing this is not hi. I'm hearing get your tutu on, get on the stage, and fluff it out. No. I'm hearing this is how. I'm hearing Nancy Drew gets all of her coloring books. I'm hearing out from the box and draws it all to scale. I'm hearing we need to make things real clear here. I'm hearing set the record straight. For a number of you, I'm hearing if you've been feeling something has been a little fishy, I'm hearing you're gonna finance those emotions by bringing them to the table. I'm hearing to the surface and to be talked about in the light of the future. Okay, okay, if I haven't been feeling also comfortable about something, I'm hearing specifically for a number of you, and this can be on even an energetic level, and their feeling might be, well, I'm not going to discount that. If I'm feeling something's a little weird, I'm gonna address it, and whatever that little weird thing is, I'm gonna kind of bring it out of the little case that it's been in, and I'm going to, I'm hearing slice off the ends of the ribbon that have been holding it in. I'm hearing in one place, fixed together. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but Pisces, I'm hearing watch out. I'm hearing because you're gonna be really. I'm hearing rolling a few tapes here for a number of you. I'm hearing if you you have an audience, Pisces, if you are, let's say, quote unquote famous, if you've got, let's say, a certain, I'm hearing also series, I'm hearing a television show, I'm hearing airing soon, I don't know what that's alluding to, I'm seeing that you're gonna, I'm hearing really not be all too mindful of what I'm hearing the record is going to be kept as, because all you really care about, Pisces, at this point is being honest with your audience. Okay, here comes the Empress upright. Now, yeah, to say it in the way that people are going to be, I'm hearing really talking about what you're doing, Pisces, and I'm seeing that yet again. It's like, it's interesting because when I was meditating on energy before I turned the camera, I'm hearing you're good, Pisces. I'm hearing like you're in a space right now and at a state of also mind and reference, and perhaps you've moved to this point. It's taken a long time here, and yeah, and that definitely was coming through, that this has been a long cycle, Pisces, of even working through your thoughts, okay? But and as it relates to your physical sort of presence as well, persona, I'm hearing specifically. Yeah, I'm hearing whatever has been sort of like troubling you, it's felt kind of like a thorn in your side, like kind of poking you and prodding you, and not in a cute way, in a kind of like a really, I'm hearing also, I'm hearing I'm hearing undignified, like someone who's just kind of like has a really like, I'm hearing racy kind of like rowdy, I'm hearing mouth, I don't know what that's alluding to, but like someone perhaps who is even picking on you, Pisces, in some kind of way, and always, hopefully not so in any particular way, always take it as you will, Pisces, but could also be about your own sort. But I'm seeing that this is perhaps something in your environment, or even it could have been a contract, and you're like, this is not comfy cozy. I'm hearing, and as a Pisces, I want to feel, I'm hearing good, period. I need to feel myself in my space, especially if I am, to bring all of my talents to the surface, okay? And for a number of you, this is on an emotional level. Yep, 8 of Cups in reverse, we're done. I'm hearing, if there was a question, if you're cross-watching for Pisces and you're wondering, are they done when they say done? You better believe it. Okay, the Temperance card in reverse, the Son of Swords upright, and the Daughter of Swords in reverse. For a number of you, there was a little bit of a conversation that got really awkward really quickly, but not in a way of like, we don't know where to go from here now, but from the perspective and the vantage point of, holy shit, we really know what's up now. Okay, I'm hearing we really get it now. I'm hearing Pisces is not scared. I'm hearing of Capricorn, I'm hearing specifically. For a number of you, this is you bringing what you care so much about out in a public way. And if in the past you're kind of like, I'm hearing ring around the rosy, pocket full of rosy, like kind of like skating around the ring that you really actually want to set on a certain finger here. I'm hearing and make a certain promise with. Again, I'm hearing publicly with your audience as well, Pisces. No. I'm hearing no longer are the days that we watch. I'm hearing the sun turn to dusk. I'm not sure what that's alluding to. I'm hearing or turning into pretty soon. The moon is in reverse, but I'm hearing it has to do with your reality TV show series that's going to be airing real soon. 8 of Wands and the Empress again. Pisces, like, you're making a scene. I'm hearing no one laugh. I'm hearing when Pisces gets on air, because Pisces is not going to be, I'm hearing holding their breath at all. I'm hearing during that conference, I'm hearing show as well. For a number of you, could be actually given a speech, talking, I'm hearing at great lengths about a certain even topic that you feel just like so passionate about. Now for a number of you, I was hearing, as I was meditating on your energy before turning the camera, I was getting Pisces that, again, I'm hearing like, you're good. Like, I'm hearing, I'm good. I've got my battery charged. I'm hearing, I'm not who I used to be. I'm hearing as well. I mean, to say it in the way that you're not dependent on anyone or anything. I'm hearing also any thought. I'm hearing spaced program. I'm not sure what that is alluding to. That has kind of like pushed you out of your seat, okay? That really, I'm hearing you see, eventually, I'm hearing as, I'm hearing one that has your name on it. Okay, I'm not sure what that's alluding to. It could be related here to a very public space. I'm seeing physically. For a number of you, you see, okay, Pisces, you see yourself in a really, I'm seeing it as like a really, I'm hearing exciting, physically public, I'm hearing as well, space where you're like, I see myself as the image, the icon. I'm hearing the persona, okay? I'm hearing it's a matter of my personality and I want to come to life, okay? In that space. I'm hearing it's a matter of drawing myself. I'm hearing out as an image. Now, if I do that, right? I realize that, well, I'm hearing I've got to be honest with myself in terms of what it is I'm feeling at any given moment. And if sometimes if sometimes, Pisces, that's anger. I'm hearing, even if sometimes that's heat, even if that is sometimes intensity and passion, I'm hearing I need to direct it, okay? That's an energy and I need to direct it. And so for a number of you Pisces, I'm seeing Pisces is turning a little bit into like an Aries, okay? This is kind of like the feeling I'm getting. Is like, and this could be the part of your chart that has Aries in it. We've all got Pisces somewhere. We've all got Aries somewhere in our chart. For you, Pisces, wherever wherever Aries sits in your chart, even your Mars, I'm hearing there's a little revving of that engine, okay? And for a number of you, there is, I'm hearing a physical side to this, okay? You may actually be really, actually, for a number of you, like working out like real hard. I'm seeing for a number of you training for a marathon. Wow, big time. Okay, now let's get into it. Pisces, for a number of you, you're thinking about perhaps even communicating with someone abroad. There might be someone abroad. I'm hearing Sagittarius. I'm hearing specifically someone who you've been in touch with for a long time now who just didn't. I'm hearing tickle your elbow in the right way. I'm hearing made you feel a little bit like a ticking clock, and that's to say that you were a little bored there. Okay, I don't know what that's alluding to, Pisces, but for a number of you, I'm seeing that there was a little bit of like a space of like, I'm hearing near, far, wherever you are. I'm hearing stay there, please, because I need to, I'm hearing get moving to my next gig. I don't know what that's alluding to with the Empress, but for a number of you, I'm hearing there's something that you're just like, this is not doing it for me anymore. I'm hearing no, not my scene. I'm hearing as well for a number of you, there's like some space where you feel, I'm just not stimulated, guys. I'm hearing, I'm sorry. I'm hearing, I've got to go. I'm hearing as well with a Chariot and the Empress. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing there's someone you got the real hots for here. And it could be your own energy. It could be something in your chart even that you see yourself really in the space of, like, especially related to this Aries. Let's say, for example, you got your Mars in the sixth house, okay? Let's say that even you've got Aries cusping the sixth house. There could be a focus on what you feel you are pioneering even in the space related to your daily lifestyle, habit patterns, and your service. I'm hearing specifically to others. Now, that's, for example, let's say that you've got your Mars in your sixth house, or let's see, Aries cusping your sixth house. That would mean most likely that you are a rising Scorpio, okay? If Aries is cusping your sixth house, unless you've got intercepted houses. Okay, Pisces, a lot's coming through here for you, all right? Let's get all the cards out, but I'm not going to mention this. Pisces, like, there could be a return from the past, and could is not like maybe. Could is like, I'm hearing they could appear. I'm hearing before you know it, or they could appear after you know it. To say that you've got a premonition about it. I'm hearing you're picking up on the scent, Pisces. There's something that you feel. I'm hearing it's time. I'm hearing it's time. It's time to talk. I'm hearing they are going to very quickly. I'm hearing very soon. Also, I'm hearing rewind the tape and try to, I'm hearing get us to, I'm hearing radio, I'm hearing radio, kid, the radio. Sorry, I don't know. Radio. I'm hearing radio it back. I'm hearing Radio Shack. I don't know what that's going to do, but I'm seeing someone Pisces like, okay. I'm hearing like somebody wants to like reel you back in, Pisces, like from the past. And I'm seeing you, Pisces, like, I'm not working for that company anymore. And I'm hearing I'm not quoting also on their behalf. I'm hearing, so don't think that I'm going to be. I'm hearing also called up. I'm hearing by that name. And I don't know, Pisces, a little bit of like a Sour Patch Kid moment here with the Magician. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. There could also be someone from abroad who, I'm hearing Great Lakes, I'm hearing dozens, like who wants to, I'm hearing like help finance your lease. I don't know, like they want to offer you something abroad and they're giving you all I'm seeing someone like throwing like goodie bags at you. And they're like, Pisces, catch! And you're like, what the fuck is this? I'm hearing specifically, I never asked for that. I'm hearing as well. I never told you that I liked. I'm hearing ozone layered cookies. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but ooh, Pisces. Okay, let's backtrack. I'm seeing there's a focus on. Okay, for a number of you, like you, I'm hearing you've really honed in on. I'm hearing really been working on harnessing your. I'm hearing your performance. I'm hearing your energy levels. Like there's something about really maximizing also your efficiency in some kind of way, and you're very, very aware of now at this point, very sensitive to anything that sets that balance off scale, and specifically emotionally. Not to say in the way if you've been dealing with someone who's like seems a little manipulative, I'm hearing as well, Pisces. And if in the past you were like kind of making excuses like, oh, their cookies, like they look burnt but they smell fine, like I don't know what that's alluding to, but like something that was clearly like, I don't know, Pisces, I don't know about that fish doesn't seem like something that was really I'm hearing like fetch today, I'm hearing this morning, I don't know what that's Pisces, but something that, let's say you just didn't, you're like, I don't know about you. I'm hearing you look like a wizard, but you are wearing your clock backwards. I'm hearing like on your, I don't know what I'm seeing some, like I am seeing a wizard, Pisces, and they have like a lot, they've got this like clock hanging around their neck, but they're wearing it backwards and the clock is like upside down. I don't know what's going on. But someone here perhaps even was trying to like sell you something, Pisces, and they were like, it's spicy, and I'm hearing in a good way, and you're like, I'm hearing, I'm dying, my mouth is burning, and I'm not happy right now. I'm hearing specifically. Pisces, like something just didn't. I'm hearing it also just didn't. It didn't romance you. Okay, honey. I'm hearing it didn't. It didn't do the dishes. I'm hearing after the dirty work. I'm hearing was done, and I'm hearing you now know how you want to be tipping the scales in such a way that I'm hearing everyone, including. I'm hearing your former colleague and boss aware of, okay, everybody included, yeah, make sure they're all memoed there, CC, BCC, whatever you need to do, just make sure that they are, I'm hearing involved in my, I'm hearing in my company, I'm hearing culture memo, I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but something that you want to make it real obvious, Pisces, really obvious, okay, like, yeah, I'm hearing this is not, I'm hearing the letter to my mother, I'm hearing this is the letter, I'm hearing of my mission, I'm hearing on Earth. Whoa, Pisces. Ace of Swords in reverse, mirroring the moon in reverse. Now, who is this about? The Chariot. I'm hearing specifically, and the Magician. Okay. Here comes the Temperance card in reverse, mirroring the Magician upright. I'm hearing we've gotten to know them a little better. And this can be someone's energy towards you, but it can also be you with your work, Pisces. I'm hearing with your industry. Oh, 1 second, Pisces. I'm seeing you are considering even moving in a certain direction. Could have been in terms of a project timeline. Could have been related to some kind of business as well, like a company. And I'm hearing like something about their work ethic it just either it was missing, like they didn't kind of like lay out their contract very clearly, or their values, and you were kind of like, you left that show wondering like, do they like miss me? Like, and why is it a question? Like, if I have to ask that, like, it kind of makes me feel maybe that there are a few other markers in the room that they're drawing with, and I don't know. I'm hearing if the ink is not really writing out a label there, and if it's not a matter, I'm hearing also of commitment, then I kind of don't want to be. I'm hearing counting. I'm hearing curly cues at the end of every letter. Like, I don't know, someone maybe. So weird, Pisces. I'm seeing someone like wanting to draw something out with you, and they're like, "It's a contract," and you're like, "Okay, so let's do it then." Okay, if it's a contract, let's do it. And I'm seeing you like you sit down with someone, and they bring like a pen to paper with you, and they're looking at you, and they're like, and they start drawing like. But they're like drawing the contract out, okay? And they're like making it flowery, and like every last like curl of every letter is like so elaborately drawn out to the point where they're like, okay, I'm hearing we did the dishes and now we're done. And I'm seeing you being like, dishes. I'm hearing there's no water even. We didn't even use water to wash off. Like, I don't know what that is, lunacy Pisces, but there's somewhat of a space of like a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of like, can I say skepticism as well? A little bit like, I don't know. I'm hearing if this is the boat that's gonna get us all the way. I'm hearing to Greece as well. I'm hearing Venice, Italy, anyone? I'm hearing that's where I'm going. What about you? I'm hearing as well. For a number of you, I'm hearing your focus, and for a great number of you, your focus is on the future, where you're going, Pisces. And your resources here are a question I'm getting as well. You may actually really be thinking about, well, who is to come with me on, let's say you're traveling, who's to come with me on this trip? I'm hearing, and what is it that they see in this opportunity, really? And so for a number of you, you could actually be a Pisces who's investing in a number of I'm hearing stakeholders here as well. And if you are, I'm hearing specifically Pisces, like, this is not like who has money to invest, okay? It's like, I'm hearing who do I align with, okay, who I want, let's say, to be a part of this program. Okay, the Father of Pentacles in reverse, looking back at the Six of Pentacles. I said Bath, Saint Bath. I'm hearing here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. For a number of you, you got the Ace of Pentacles as well, right next to the World with the Chariot. For a number of you, you're moving. Wow, very exciting, but it's not something that you're just like, oh, a whole new world. I'm here. I'm hearing in Wyoming. I'm hearing also Williamsburg. I'm hearing Montenegro. No, I'm hearing, this is like, I'm hearing I'm hearing the long way to get here. I'm hearing I'm hearing the roundabout. I'm hearing from one station to the next that brought me to the point of feeling that I'm hearing landing on a sacred site. I'm hearing of my future. Here comes the star right over the world. Pisces, I'm hearing your cycle. And you got the Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing whatever you've been kind of like, ooh, okay. I'm seeing like someone who, Pisces, I'm seeing like that for a number of you, for a number of you, may be stepping out of a contract. The Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, something that you were like, this is an illusion. Wonderful to know that my Neptune got a little, I'm hearing got a little off road there. I'm hearing sidetracked. I don't know what that's alluding to, but for a number of you, this might have been even, here comes again the Hierophant in reverse at the base of the Chariot, the Star as well. But I'm hearing you felt like this was guided, whatever the space was. Like, even if, let's say, you took some trip and it ended up in, like, I'm hearing the Vatican. I'm not sure what this is alluding to. Wait, Pisces. I'm hearing V, something with a V. Okay. Yeah, it's like, no, I'm hearing, even if that was the case, I'm hearing I'm good. I'm clear on it now. I'm hearing single. I'm single as well. Okay, the Chariot is mirroring the Ace of Pentacles. Now, Pisces, let's backtrack to the vision that I had right when I was meditating your energy before I turned the camera. I was seeing someone. It was real interesting. I was seeing actually someone who like either like calls you back up or like gets back in touch with you from like a long time now. And I'm hearing the letter S. I'm hearing salty. I'm hearing specifically salty. I'm hearing salty wounds. I don't know what that's alluding to, but again, I'm hearing salty, Solly. I don't know what that's alluding to. And I'm seeing Pisces. I'm hearing Soli as well. I'm hearing salty again. Now, whatever it is, I'm seeing Pisces, like, someone calls you up, they get back in touch with you in some kind of way. And I'm seeing you, like, you know, you're taking a sip of, I'm hearing red wine. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but always take as you will. Like, I'm taking a sip here of, also, I'm hearing your rock star drink. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm seeing also, like, a drink with, like, herbs in it, different, like, herbs. And, I'm seeing that when you kind of get news of this character, I'm hearing, and their own perception of their return. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but like, I don't know, someone like even calls you in Pisces and like, hello, like, again, I'm hearing S, like, I'm hearing ST, I'm hearing specifically, he wants to talk to you. I'm hearing Saint Barth, Son of Cups. And I'm seeing that it's almost like via like, I'm hearing Viacom, specifically like a secretary, and I'm seeing you, like, Pisces, like, you spit your drink out. I'm hearing, like, it's that kind of thing. Like, you're like, wait, what the, I'm hearing literally the fuck. What? I'm hearing, are they, I don't know, fucking mind? Like, Ace of Cups upright is dropping, but caught here with the Nine of Cups splitting and the World. For a number of you, I'm hearing, ooh, I'm getting buzzing, Pisces, okay? I'm feeling buzzing, okay? For a number of you, it's like you may have had even, you got a premonition about this, okay? Like, this is not something that's like, you know, oh, I'm surprised. Like, I never in a million years would have thought that they would have sold also that property. I don't know what that's alluding to, but, it's like, no, this is like, whoa, I'm surprised because I'm seeing this for the longest time, and it's now. I'm hearing it's now. I'm hearing starring here, in the film. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, the Empress and the Emperor. For a number of you, could have actually gotten a call back. For another number of you, you may be giving the call back, okay, as well. The Emperor and the Empress. You could be dealing with I'm hearing Pisces, who's got a few heartstrings here. I'm hearing player with the Empress in reverse. Could be dealing with an Aries as well. Son of Cups in reverse. Someone may also be feeling this way about you. They might be like, oh my goodness, I'm hearing Vera Fox. I'm hearing specifically as well. And this energy came through so strongly in the Aries reading. Pisces, oh my goodness, did it come through. Aries, specifically, the full moon in Sagittarius reading for Aries was really like hot stuff there, okay? So there might be a focus on that energy here for you in some way, especially if you've got a lot of Aries in your chart, or let's say if you are, I'm hearing an Aries rising especially, or there is a focus on Mars associated with your rising sign. There could be, or something going on in your first house there that might be a focus. I'm seeing for a number of you, it's like I'm hearing hot stuff, baby, this evening, and not only this evening. I'm hearing I'm hearing I'm hearing a whole event to attend that's going to have a number of talks in it that will be kind of I'm hearing displaying. I'm hearing our best side. I don't know what this is alluding to, but like, Pisces, you're gonna be looking damn good, okay? Hot easy phone cut there. All right. Now again, the feeling, Pisces, I'm hearing people. I'm hearing everyone and their mother. For a number of you. I'm hearing Amy. I'm hearing air. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but anyways, I'm hearing Amy Winehouse as well, the Father of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Whatever it is, Pisces, I'm seeing like, it's like, I'm hearing it's almost scary, like how things kind of like they shift. I'm hearing they change like suddenly rather as well. And not to say that you didn't have like a premonition about this, but to say that, wow, I'm hearing that's really how I'm hearing also I'm hearing Natalie does it. I don't know what that's alluding to. Okay, let's get the cards off the ground though, Pisces. And Father of Wands here. If you're dealing with someone who's got somewhat of a I'm hearing a placard on their chest. I'm not sure what that is alluding to, but as it relates to what they are, I'm hearing feeling quite proud of. I'm not sure what that might mean, but it is a little, I'm hearing it's a little sour. I'm hearing specifically the Father of Wands. You got the Fool as well. You could be dealing with someone who has an audience, like a real big audience, and they I'm hearing they shine their shoes in front of you. I don't know what this is alluding to, but anyways, Pisces, you're letting that go. I'm hearing specifically, and it was kind of weird because I like stepped on that card right before I started reading. So let's backtrack. Okay, the Ace of Cups. Let's keep it frank. I'm hearing in friendly and frank. I'm hearing even if Frank isn't able to make it to the room, let's please represent him. Okay, I'm hearing specifically. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Okay, now the Strength card is in reverse. I'm hearing he looks like Mr. Bean. I don't know what that's alluding to, but the Eight of Cups is upright. I'm hearing specifically, and there might be a focus on what needs. Again, the phone cut. All right. Now again, there could be a focus on what you feel you're in the process of kind of like clearing and very directly addressing. I'm hearing in terms of communication. For a number of you, I'm hearing it might be a contract. For another number of you, though, I'm seeing that this is an actual discussion space. Okay, so let's see here what comes through, Pisces, in the extended reading. We'll move into that here. You can click the link in the bio box below to get routed to it. Thank you all so much for tuning and connecting to you, and I'll see you there, Pisces. Love and light to you on this journey forward, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Pisces. Pisces, I know as well some of you have been asking if I do private readings and astrology reports, other services. What services do I provide? And I do provide astrology reports if that's of interest for you. And as of yet, I do provide personal readings. So if that's of interest for you, you can book directly via the links in the bio box below. You can also read further on those. And if you have any questions, feel free to email alchemy@gmail.com. Thank you all again all so much for tuning in. Love and light. Thank you all so much again, all of you Pisces, for your dear support. I'm hearing specifically, I'm hearing energetically Pisces, whatever that may mean. In particular, for a number of you, thank you for tuning in, connecting to you. Isn't it always reflective, right? Thank you so much again for tuning in and connecting to you. And I'll see you soon, Pisces. And thank you all so much again for connecting. I'm hearing Lisa. I don't know what this is. Wasn't that the first name that came through? Lisa. I'm hearing legal. Okay, I don't know what that is alluding to, but there could be someone even who perhaps is wanting to really reach out to you, really connect to you, Pisces, really wants to. I'm hearing Eckhart Tolle it out with you. I don't know what that's alluding to, but perhaps someone who wants to. I'm seeing I'm hearing Lisa Frank Pisces again, the phone card. All right, yet again, there could be someone who wants to perhaps even communicate with you at length. They could be wanting to present something to you, even reveal something. All right, always take as you will, Pisces. Love and light to you. Always take as you will. Always a matter of personal interpretation, perception. Love and light, always heed your personal intuition. Of course, again, love and light, Pisces. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the extended reading. Bye, Pisces.